it.
Yeah, 100%. So I guess can you kind of break it down for us? Like if I'm on like Facebook and Instagram, for example, and I'm like trying to post professionally, what I mean, like I'm like, hey, I want to post about, X, Y, and Z. What should I be thinking about? And like what should I be focusing on? What should I be doing differently from platform to platform?
Yeah, so I think the most important thing when you're deciding, even in general, what platforms to be on is where is your target audience? And
Mm,
I think a lot of people just pick a platform because they're like, oh, everyone's on Instagram or
yeah.
everyone's on TikTok or everyone's on Facebook. And it's like, that's not necessarily true. So if you find and sit down and actually start strategizing, you're like, okay, my target audience is whatever it is,
Yeah.
then you can pick the platform that they're on. And then what I always recommend is only start with like maybe one, two, if you really want to get crazy, three, but I would probably stick with two when you're starting
Mm,
and not stretch yourself so thin or you're going to burn out. But also, you have to learn and understand these platforms so you can
yeah.
use them effectively. So we don't want to be posting the same content on both platforms because they're different and your
Hmm.
audience is different. But also, you have to give people a reason to want to follow you on multiple channels. So if you're posting the same thing across channels, that's not super helpful. But that can be a good strategy if you're just looking to say like, hey, Instagram's my main platform, but Facebook, I just want to maintain a presence. That's fine.
Hmm.
And also what kind of content is realistic for you. Like, if you somebody that's not comfortable showing up on video, maybe those video platforms aren't the best start for you, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You can get used to it, but it's really important to start with where's your target audience, what kind of content is like realistic and doable for me to create so that you can
Hmm.
start to get in a flow and then start to expand.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, that's true. I mean, social media and other stuff too. I mean, if you just start small and what you can maintain consistency with, I feel like is really the key here. So I guess my next question, this might be, I don't know, kind of double edged. I feel like everybody asks this all the time, but I mean, how much should we be posting on our social media if we're like trying to maintain like a professional presence and gain followers and all that stuff?
Yeah, so Um, of course, it's different on each platform,
Hmm.
but I think what's important is making sure that even if you can't post frequently, you're posting consistently.
Mm,
So let's say once a week is like the most doable for you.
yeah.
Let your followers know, like, hey, I'm going to be here every Monday. That's when I'm going to be here. So they know like, okay, I can come back here every Monday and this person is going to have content for me. I think realistically, if you want to grow, you're probably going to need to be doing at least 3 posts a week, whichever
Okay.
platform you're on, because that's going to keep the algorithm knowing you're active, you're growing, you're posting. It's going to give your posts more chances to reach new people. And
Yeah.
if you're not posting frequently, that traction's just not going to happen. So realistically, 3, but if that's not doable for you, that's fine. You can still show up in other ways by
Mm,
being consistent and communicating to your audience when they can expect to see you.
yeah. 100%. Well, it's like consistency is the key. So, you mentioned earlier that we need to not only be posting, right, but we need to be on there like ourselves. We need to be engaging with other people's stuff and commenting, liking, sharing, whatever. So, what's kind of your recommendation with that? I mean, how much should I be commenting on stuff, or like, what does that look like?
I think that it's realistic to try to do it like, of course, we wouldn't want to say every day, but I think taking breaks is really, really important, especially with social media. You'll get
Mm,
burnout like that. So if
yeah.
you can take time, maybe at least Monday through Friday, even like 10 minutes, and just make sure that when you're doing your daily scroll, if you see other people doing something, don't just like it, like actually comment on it, but
Yep.
then try your best to also do comments that are uh, fruitful and encourage a
Yeah.
conversation. Don't just
Yep.
say maybe like, love this. Like, that's
Yeah.
nice and it works if you're in a pinch. But if you could ask them a question or say something just a little bit more to invoke them to say something back to you, and then you keep going, and then that's going to come back to you,
Mm,
and people are going to start engaging with your stuff, and then that's going to help push your content. So, yeah, I would try to set down at least a couple minutes a day until it starts to work into your daily routine, because now I don't even think about it. I'm not like, oh, every day for 15 minutes I have this blog. I just
yeah.
do it as a part of whenever I'm posting. And I would really recommend to maximize it. Do it either before or after you post. Don't
Mm,
post and ghost. Make sure you're engaging because that's going to get people coming to your platform. And then they're like,